Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to Thermomix Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan, and for those of you who haven't watched along before, welcome to my kitchen. Now, yesterday it was exciting. We got the black. It arrived, and it was so cool to get it out of the box and share that with you. So go check that out from yesterday if you want to. But as I said yesterday, it's actually a lot prettier than I expected it to be. So it's matte black on the back, it's shiny on the front. So far, no fingerprints and no dust, which is kind of impressive for my kitchen as well. But what we're doing today is we're doing quick and easy dinners. So this has been the theme all week, is getting things done quickly and easily so we can get out of the kitchen. So I don't know about you, but I really don't love spending time in the kitchen typically, especially not for the mundane. It's not so bad if it's something a little bit different, but for the mundane, you know, brekkie, lunch, dinner, it's like, oh, how quickly can I get this done? I'm the most impatient person ever. So this week is all about showing you guys some quick and easy things, but not the ones you've seen before. So I haven't done risotto. I haven't done my creamy salami fettuccine pasta or my quick zucchini slice. You've seen those before. I've not done those. These are a little bit different. Now today I'm going to show you this Korean fried chicken. Now I changed this up. Now it is on one of the other country platforms, so your filters need to be right. If you can't find it, send me a message and I will help you change your filters and personalize your cookie dough. But we're going to skip the chicken part today because this actually speeds the process up and I don't think it makes it that different, to be honest. Now what I've done is I have today some chicken thighs and I've dusted them with flour on either side and I've put them on a baking sheet, bit of salt, bit of pepper and a little bit of spray oil. That's it. They're going to go in the air fryer and cook probably about 20 minutes is all they're going to take, but I'll just cut one open to check it's cooked. While they're cooking, that's when we make our sauce. Now, on the TM6, we can scroll down the center of the screen and we can see how long it's going to take, how many it's going to serve. You can see the ingredients. So if you like to be organized, you can get the ingredients out. Then you've got your prep steps. So I'm going to scroll down to the sauce step and I'm actually going to start all the way down on the sauce. Now, normally I'd make a double batch. So a couple of days ago, I did the sticky sesame chicken, remember? It's beautiful. And I always love to keep a sauce in the fridge for this. Now this is a sticky sesame sauce, as much as it says roasted pepper strips, it's not. I recycle my jars. And we made a double batch the other day. Now I taught you how to do the double, so go back and check that out if you're not sure how. I skipped out the chili because my kids don't like spice or that much spice, so I did skip that out on this recipe as well, but it works beautifully. Go check out that video from a couple of days ago, but I thought I'll do something different today. I'm not going to double this, and I'm only not doubling it. Normally I would, but because I'm actually out of garlic. I'm on the very last of my homegrown garlic. So for that matter, I'm going to keep it as it is, but normally I'd make a double so that I can do like last time, sprinkle over what I need and then put the other in the fridge. So let's get started on this sauce. Do say hi if you're watching on today as well. If you know what you're having for dinner, chuck it in the chat. I love to know what you're having, and I love that you can kind of share it with other people and tell them and inspire each other with what you're having. So hello Annette, lovely to have you on today. So first things first is 5 garlic cloves. I've got big ones, so that's about the equivalent of 2. It's about the equivalent of 2, and that's a mega size one. Next up, it's got ginger, 10 grams of fresh root ginger. So I sent one of the kids out to dig some out of the garden. It grows like weeds in our garden. The ginger does. We just neglect it and it grows, which is fantastic. So they just got some out of the garden. Now it says that it's peeled. Don't peel it. Okay, I've never peeled garlic. The only time I would cut some off or take off a section is if it's moldy or it's gone really shrivelly dry. So the fresher and younger, the easier that skin is to it gets pulverized in the Thermomix, cut it down really fine. The other thing that you can do is as it gets older, the fibers become more fibrous. So you actually want to cut them in discs. So you'll see there it says cut in 2 mil discs. That's such to break up those fibers that run through. However, fresh baby young ginger does not need that. It will just be beautiful. Okay, so it doesn't need peeling and doesn't need dicing into discs unless it's old. So in it goes. Mine's 9 grams. I just go for a chunk. I would have gone a little bit more, a little bit less, it wouldn't matter. On with the lid, and then we're going to spin it up. It's going to chop 3 seconds, speed 5. Off it goes. Now I've got a few ingredients to swap in a second, but let me just check that chop. I do love the chop of the Thermomix. How good is it that we don't have to do that by hand? Oh, I love this. Let me show you. I don't know if you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see. But that is just beautiful diced up. Like once upon a time, and even you watch people cook on cooking shows and they dice with a knife and turn it and dice it the other way. None of that with the Thermomix. It's done in 3 seconds. How cool is that? So scrape down the sides. Nah, I didn't get a spatula out. I'll go without. Insert the measuring cup, and normally we'd chop it again. I don't think it needs more chopping. In all honesty, that's quite fine for my liking. A little tip from years ago as well is if you're just doing like 1 garlic clove and your bowl's wet, you can drop it in the lid, in the hole, and let it go down and hit the blades, and it chops really nicely too. Has anyone ever tried that? Let us know. So first thing first is some sugar. I'm skipping that out today because I'm just going to use rice malt when it calls for the honey in a second. So I'm going to skip the light brown sugar and go a little heavier on the rice malt because that's what's going to give us the stickiness. Rice vinegar that I have. Now, if I didn't have this, I'd just swap it for apple cider or apple cider vinegar or some white vinegar. All right, so work with what you've got. Obviously, it changes the kind of the taste. Some people say, oh, it's not authentic then. So just work with what you've got though. Don't stop yourself making this because you haven't got exactly the ingredients. Next, runny honey. So that's where I'm using my rice malt. You could use honey. I'm going to go heavier. I'm going to go to make up for that 50 earlier. I'm going to go up to about 70 or 80. There we go, 74. Next up, some Korean chili paste. Now, this is a particular item I have made it without on many of occasions, and it works just as well without. It just doesn't have a kick at all to it. This is not gluten-free completely. So if you are a celiac, you cannot use this. But what can you use instead? You can use chili sauce, sweet chili sauce or chili sauce. So if you can't use this, don't disregard this recipe. Swap it for sweet chili sauce or chili sauce. Okay, that will do instead. It does have a very unique flavor, which is why it would be called the Korean chicken. Okay, Korean fried chicken. So, but yes, if you are strictly gluten-free, this is not for you. You'll need to swap it for those other things. Okay, so I thought I'd hit jackpot the other day actually because I thought I saw a recipe for it on Cookie Do. However, in the end, they actually use this still. And I was like, darn, I can't make it myself. So just going to open it up. It's got like a silver layer and then it's got another layer and you finally get down to the sticky sauce. And it's 30 grams. So I'll just grab my spoon. I'm not going to go for the 50 grams because my family won't appreciate that very much. We do like the flavor. It is quite a lovely flavor, but it will just be too strong for them. All right. Next up, what are you shaking your head at? I've got a little one shaking his head here. You like it, don't you? Yeah. All right, next up is some tomato paste. I'm just going to wipe my fingers off because I got that on my fingers opening it. And it is, now it says tomato ketchup. So our swap here, there's 2 options here and I've used both and I don't mind. Either works really nicely. Tomato paste is a great swap, as is diced tomatoes or passata. So honestly, either of those, I don't know that I can notice the difference. It's much of a muchness. I think I'm going to run a little short on this one. I might need to top this up off camera later because I'm at the end of the jar. By the way, if you ever do want to make tomato paste, you can put a tin of tomatoes, a 400 gram tin of tomatoes in your Thermomix and cook them. Cook them for 20 minutes of aroma speed 2. And you've got yourself concentrate then. The water, oh, by the way, put the simmering basket on top so it kind of allows that liquid out the top, the humidity out the top. But you'll have yourself tomato paste. So a really easy way. All right, I'm going to top up the other 10 grams of that off camera later. Okay, dark soy sauce. Now we used tamari for this, or tamari, depending on how you pronounce it. It's only 15 grams. It's not actually a huge amount, which is a little different from the sesame chicken the other day. It had quite a lot of this in it. So this is only 3 teaspoons. Oh, 13, that'll do. And last up, I think we're nearly done actually, sesame oil. Now this is something in the past that I've actually just swapped in and out interchangeably with olive oil. Can't see it. I don't know where I've put it. All right, we're gonna pretend I put the sesame oil in. I was gonna say, I would actually ordinarily, I'll just use olive oil. I would, you guys have heard me say in the past, work with what you've got. I would just put in olive oil if I don't have sesame oil. Now I have been picked up on this in the past by people online and you go, it doesn't taste the same. Okay, and I know it doesn't. It will change the flavor a little bit, but it's still amazing. So today I will use, I don't know where I've put mine, so I'm just going to use 15 grams of olive instead. As I said, different flavor, but it's amazing still, so don't worry, okay? And then we're going to put the measuring cup on, and this is as simple as it is. It is now going to cook. Oh no, it's going to mix first. 10 seconds, speed 3. So just mixing all those beautiful ingredients through. And then it's going to cook. So it's going to cook with the measuring cup still in place for 10 minutes, 100 degrees, and on speed 1. And then we're going to find that after this, it's nice and sticky, it's saucy, and it's ready to then trickle or toss your cooked meat with, okay? So that's as simple as it is. It's a really beautiful sauce. Now, if you did want to double this because you've got enough garlic and ginger and everything else, which I don't, then what you want to do is you cook it for another half time, just like I taught you in the sesame chicken the other night. So you would do 15 in total would be your timing that you would use to be able to double this. Now, one other thing that sometimes some of you guys reach out to me about is the fact that it seems a little bit runny still. If that's the case, just cook it another 2 minutes, but take out your measuring cup and sit your simmering basket on top or your splash guard. All that's happening is it's actually sweating inside and it's not letting the humidity out to thicken. So that is a really great way to thicken that sauce up, especially when you've played with the ingredients like I have today, where I've skipped out the brown sugar and I've put a bit more rice malt. So in that case, it could be a little bit more liquidy. They tend to do thicken though as they cool, so don't stress too much. All right, guys, well, that's it from me this afternoon. Let me know if I can help you get a TM on the bench, whether it's a black one, which, by the way, there's only probably a couple more days left of the black in stock. So if you want to get a black, get to it soon. And it's coming with an oval and a round black, so both black thermo servers for $2,479. Don't quote me on that number. 2,400 and something amount of dollars, and or you've got the TM5 white for $2,359. All right, and it's coming with a 2.6 litre silver thermoserver. So you've got choices at the moment, which is super cool. They both function the same. Okay, I've had that question as well. They both function the same. They just have different looks. So it's totally up to you. However, this is a limited edition. It's not going to be here much longer. So if you are wanting it, we have different payment options. We've got 24 months with Zip Money, which is about $25 a week. We've got Afterpay, where that divides into 4 payments. We've got an easy 3 over 3 months, or we've got an outright. But I would be honored to help you get a Thermomix, whether it be a black or a white, on the bench. So please don't ever hesitate. Don't be a stranger. Let me know if I can support you to get started with your Thermomix, but most importantly, get the very most out of it. So that's it from me this afternoon. Take care. Let me know if you've got any questions as you're making these dishes or the other things you've seen here on my page, and let your friends and family know to watch along if they've got a Thermomix and they need inspiration as well. But take care, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon for one last quick dinner menu item. So we'll see you then, guys. Bye for now.